So, last time, since we left our heroes, you are on planet surface of Kulf. You just dealt with one of the Squigot's combat patrols alongside underboss Skull Hunter. And basically for the past couple days, what party was doing, this is like recap mostly for John, is to make diversionary guerrilla tactics, hit and run attacks on orcish positions behind main front line on Kulf, thus creating some sort of confusion and well, lack of unity or somewhat force them to react and divide their attention. And yeah, before we jump into action again, I think it might be a good idea to first properly introduce Tainted Psyker Mayek, who, now that I realize that because he would have joined, I guess, before you left, as you were leaving Syntheta, way back then. So I imagine that instead of Sister of Battle, which would have been John's initial character idea, Kaiden would be like, yeah, due to something, this won't work, but I put some strings and get you something perhaps better. But to like, maybe not socialize, but he basically for one reason or another spent travel time and majority of the time until now hidden from the rest of the crew, NPCs mostly. But when the time came and the rest of the party was called in on the surface, he will be joining you. And basically, to explain, John, the main quest for now for the party is that you are making you are working with Admiral Johannes Dumac, who
I remember him.
Yeah, who basically finally figured out with what you can help him. Okay. And it turned out that in the few days, actually a leader of Wa Grimtooth himself will be coming to Kulf. Which is strange, because normally he sits in his massive tower built on Alvitol, I think it is called. So he doesn't appear outside of it too often. Okay. So basically he believes, like Imperial factions believe, that this is an excellent time to strike, as he will probably be gathering with other underbosses, war bosses of Grimtooth. For what reason, it is not known, but you basically, for the past 2 days, were on Kulf planet side and you were making your way towards the main base camp, because like orbital drop directly on top of their heads might have worked, but it would result in very high casualty, because if anything, the base is kinda close to front lines and they have a shit ton of big. So unless I'm forgetting about something, that's the gist of what's happening right now.
Cool.
So, can you tell us, and mostly other party members, who's your character? And perhaps what they might know, especially Xantis, considering his, I don't know if you knew that, but Xantis, yeah, finally he's a proper Inquisitor.
Sure, let me just paste an image, and then I'll begin.
And after he's had to kill at least 4 members of his cadre, he's a little more cautious about it. Avoiding any and all problems in the future, the first thing he's going to do when Kaiden says, "Oh, new team member, give me all of his goddamn information. I don't want any more goddamn secrets."
Oh, what very little there is of it. Anyway, that is Mayor Karan, he is a psyker. And that's all I really want to, or Primaris I should add, and that's all I really want to disclose at this moment in time. With regards to the dossier, pretty mediocre, to be honest. Not much about everything about his past. You can't find anything about his past. He served for roughly 2 decades. Not really anything special. No accolades, really. Just that he's very efficient in what he does. And with regards to his looks, very much like the picture, he's physically fit. He's not outstanding in any sort of... doesn't look outstanding in any sort of fashion with regards to musculature. Well, his hair's a little bit wiry and perhaps not as well kept as it could be. The picture doesn't do justice with regards to how he looks in general. Quite gaunt, bags under his eyes, not to the point where you think, oh my god, that man hasn't slept, he's going to snap at any given moment, but almost a perpetual look of weariness, I'd imagined rather. And that's about it, really, that I wish to disclose now.
Is there anything at all, Matt, that Caden would have told Xanthus about this guy? Anything at all?
It will probably depend if Caden would have been able to get like this information declassified, because I imagine he would also get mostly classified and restricted.
He's the Lord Inquisitor of the sector.
Yes.
If he wants to know something, he will.
I'll whisper him something that, if that's okay with you, that Caden would have said, and I will paste it to you. So you can see, but it wouldn't be much.
I mean, obviously, one way or another, it worked in such a way that, for now, Caden is... not Caden, Mike is in... when I pronounce this character's name, it turns out to be, like, very Polish sounding, like...
Don't worry.
Almost, but yeah. I mean, it depends. I want to leave specifics to you because, on one hand, like, we know end result. Like, one way or another, Mike joined this cadre, and Caden felt that, well, he might work with this cadre.
Yep, he's... With reading over, I mean, there's quite a bit of it, but as I said, it's not outstanding. One thing that may or may not interest you would be the fact that for some reason he absolutely loathes the Ecclesiarchy. Moreover, the Sororitas.
On the other hand, you have to also work this out because technically Xanthus is the Inquisitor himself.
Which is why I keep being so insistent on this.
Could politely...
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something, but not to the extent of it.
Just explaining that he could politely... Caden would probably understand that, yeah, listen, I don't know much about this guy, and that's way not enough for me to be safe, so find me another one. Or I'm gonna find myself. Just kidding.
Also, I mean, depending on that you've been around the guy, surprisingly, once I've pasted what I'm going to in Skype, I'll just type it, never mind. And also paste it to you, Matt. Okay, let's go. So, just continue the session now. This is something I'll just paste to Xavier in the meantime. And don't worry with regards to how he's going to get planet side. I have a ways of doing so. So I can join him in a moment.
I more or less assume that he was in that main party transport. Because how it went down is that initially, like around 2 weeks before Grimtooth is bound to arrive, so from current point in time, it was more or less more than a week ago. They sent half of Elite Platoon and Sigmund to act as a diversionary group to wreak havoc and shit. And then when they met this Skillet patrol, they called in the rest of the party, and now basically what happens is you'll be spending next day or two of getting into position. So when the Orcish transport with Grimtooth himself arrives, it will be when you confirm that all targets are present, or like at least main target is present, then you will begin your... So basically... So going back to present time, as we see, like, camera pans in over the completely massacred, bloodied, with a lot of bullets, wounds, scorch marks, bodies of squig that you've managed to take out. And actually, let's just say that their holdouts were maybe not were subpar, because then I fucking made a Google search image and I saw how these holdouts, they have a lot of cover available in there. And it's rather fucking big thing. But yeah, actually, it really helped out that the Beastmaster guy forced Squiggot to roll over, so he's orcs only one of the Squiggots. So now, yeah, just wanna confirm what you will be knowing that more or less, like, I think you got the message from Admiral that basically Orcish transport is Warboss himself is bound to arrive in 3 days, I think I said. And if you want to approach, have like a good staging position near Orcish base without being found, but also without rolls. If you gonna do it like carefully and stealthily, it will just take time. So if you decide to do that, you will be right with concealing your movement.
So we haven't met what's his name yet.
Okay.
Cool. I better just roll a power real quick and hang on. Whereabouts are you currently?
Probably where we were the other day. Or...
Like, basically, one way or another, you got the information about their current location. Because at least you keep contact, vox contact with other Imperial forces. I mean, at least. I mean.
Question: we have our own ship now, right?
You have. The thing is, basically, like, I don't think they. Yeah, they didn't use their ship and landed on planet and camouflaged it. They were just like dropped behind enemy lines for maximum stealth. So like, there is a main battleship, like Admiral's ship, and your vessel is docked in it. If I remember correctly, you can correct me if I'm wrong. At least that's how I thought it went down.
I honestly do not remember.
Remind me, is there actually a sort of teleportation power in...
Exactly what I'm about to use.
Then I fucked it up because I thought it wasn't. It's in Radical's book or Dark Gods?
It is, yes. I will use the power in just a moment. I'm just writing something to save, yeah. Okay.
It's a sorcery.
Oh, there is one more thing. You would have been noted. His disciplines. It's got quite a vast number of them. A master telepathist, but also has powers within the biomancy and telekinetic tree. And lastly, I think this is a new discipline. It's the Ascension thing, psychokinesis, or does it replace both? Does it replace the telekinetics title?
You get them both.
Okay. Did you also see that as well, Matt? I whispered something to Xavier.
No, I didn't.
Okay. And then I will roll the power. Please bear with me a moment. I am pretty new to...
Yeah, no worries. I mean, you didn't play Upcycler before.
No.
Ah.
Let me see. Where is it gone?
I probably need to say that when Solon learns about Maek and like his biomancy stuff, he'll be like, "Hey, drinking! Hey, I wanna show you a trick."
Yeah.
Gabriel, are we moving?
Are you like at a location or moving?
He's eating, so he's muted.
Oh. Gabriel, or not Gabriel. Demko, are we moving? Oh.
I believe, like he said,
We're
that we're encamped. We ended the session with those two, what's it called, being dead. So
Special 20.
at least that's how I remember us ending.
Yeah, because it took you some time to get others, so it was like few hours passed, so you decided to encamp for the night.
Going to use Corpus Convention to double my psi rating for this, plus the bonus I have, so that's...
Corpus Conversion doesn't double your psi rating.
It adds your willpower bonus to the modifier of manifesting spells, doesn't it? If you take wounds, I believe. 2 wounds.
Mm-hmm. For every 2, you add your willpower bonus.
Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. So I can do it fatter and ensure it works. That's 4, 7...
Living dangerously.
15, 16, 17, 18,
I also
19,
like to live dangerously.
22, 23, 26, 26. Did I do 4? Threshold 20. What does invoking do again? That's one thing you always forget.
It adds your willpower to your roll.
Let's invocate then as well. Nice. It's only after Corpus Convention once. So that is 28.
Good first roll for a new character.
Modifier. It's 4.
Mm-hmm. You know what would be fun?
25. That was fatted, by the way, so the phenomena doesn't count.
Okay.
And yes, he has 8 psi rating.
Jesus.
Well, to be honest, I suggested that party might use a second psyker, so...
Yes, I thought that was kind of weird.
And I passed the intelligence test.
I missed the
so I don't fuck up and create a dimension gate elsewhere, and I essentially, I have telepathy. I reached out, basically found Xanthus's signal in the warp, located that, and then essentially creating a door very near the party and from the ship, and simply just stepping through and appearing in front of you guys after some kind of spoopy portal opens up, or door, quote, door opens up in front, rips into reality in front or behind you, wherever. And Mayek walks through, adorned in his light power armor, wielding what looks to be just a regular stave, but Xanthus can immediately tell it's a force weapon, wrist-mounted heavy bolter, and yeah.
In my defense, Xanthus, I want to say 2 or 3 things. First, like, out of character. To my defense, Xanthus, I was just throwing random ideas because I wanted John to make a character, finally. And now, in character, what happens is that because you didn't get too much contact with, I'm not talking about Bertie, but mostly elite platoon, so both Command Squad and Mooks. So basically, what happens? The ones who are the closest, they're like they do not fear because obviously because Kenneth is nearby and he has fearless and into jaws of hell. But they are slightly startled. Like if somebody was sitting, they try to quickly stand up, weapons in heads, raising them and mumbling what the hell? What in Emperor's name? And then
everybody stand down.
Yeah, but when immediately Xanthus gives order, Kenneth echoes it by saying, "Are these men return to?" I mean, he just took a quick glance at Xanthus, but seeing that he's not reacting aggressively, then yeah, return to these men. But he is slightly curious as of for new arrival, and the Psyker Solon is he has a very positive glint in his eye.
Sigmund isn't here, you said, or are we all?
Now the entire.
Oh, I thought you said you split up. Oh, that was the previous mission.
Yeah, that was
split up originally.
Beforehand. Now you are all together.
And lastly, before I say anything, what is Kenneth's rank?
Major.
So Mayak, with the force stave in his left hand, walks over towards Xanthus first and foremost. He's got his helmet held in his right hand, so his face is on display. Walks over, nods politely, and says, "I do not believe we have yet met in person, Inquisitor, but yes, I'm the new member of your cadre. I believe you have already been informed of my name and handed my dossier, so there is little else I need to disclose to you at this point in time. After all, we have a set of objectives to carry out." He would then just rest the stave on his right hand and offer you his left hand. A pleasure.
And shake. Xanthus extends a hand. Likewise. Welcome to the team, Primaris.
A pleasure.
Yourself, or...
Say that again, sorry?
He was saying, would you like to introduce yourself to the rest, or should I?
By all means, Inquisitor. He nods as if, and then steps aside and faces the rest of the cadre / Major Kenneth.
Really quick, how do you say